A Ukrainian sniper sets a new world record for the longest kill. If you're a Russian infantryman standing around occupied Ukraine, maybe thinking you'll get a TikTok dance in before breakfast, bad news. Ukraine snipers have PhDs in the laws of physics and probability. Today, we're breaking down how a Ukrainian ghost sniper just made a shot so long, Russia's Ministry of Defense is going to need a telescope to find what's left. Hey folks, Wes O'Donnell here, former Army infantry, veteran of the E4 Mafia, and living proof that if you train hard enough, you too can hit targets farther away than most people drive to work. So let's set the stage. Ukraine's elite Privid, or Ghost Sniper unit, just set a new world record, taking out 2 Russian soldiers with a single bullet at 4,000 meters. That's 4,374 yards for my fellow Americans, or as the Russians would say, basically halfway to the Ural Mountains. The shot wasn't a fluke. This was cold, calculated, and fully documented. We're talking a window shot straight through the glass using a Ukrainian-made alligator sniper rifle chambered in the monstrous 14.5 millimeter. That's basically the love child of an anti-materiel rifle and a medieval ballista. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just some lone wolf with a fancy rifle. The kill was set up with the help of AI-driven ballistics and real-time UAV guidance. The bullet found its way into a room packed with Russian occupiers. The result was 2 KIA, 1 world record, and a dozen nervous Russian conscripts now Googling, "Can I transfer to the Navy?" But not the Black Sea Fleet. So let's talk hardware. The Alligator, designed and built by Kharkiv's XADO Holding, is what happens when you hand a Ukrainian engineer a blank check and ask them to out-Soviet the Soviets. For specs, we have a 14.5 millimeter, originally designed for punching holes in armored vehicles, not unlucky conscripts, a 1,200 millimeter barrel that's almost 4 feet, or small surfboard if you're in California, and the muzzle velocity is up to 1,000 meters per second. That's nearly Mach 3, and fast enough to have Russian generals checking their horoscopes. The effective range is officially 2 kilometers. Unofficially, well, the Ghost just proved you can reach out and touch someone at double that. If you're crazy, Ukrainian, or both. It weighs 25 kilograms, or about, carry the one, 55 pounds, which is about the same as a real adolescent alligator, with just as much bite. The alligator's original mission? Taking out vehicles, radars, and anything else with a motor. But as battlefield conditions evolved, so too did its use case. Now, it's also serving as a precision answer to the question, how do you make a Russian infantry squad disappear from a safe distance? And let's be real, the only thing more Ukrainian than inventing a rifle like this is ignoring the intended use only warning label. Now, this wasn't just a lucky trigger pull. According to military journalist Yuri Budasov, the shot on August 14, 2025 was AI-assisted and guided by UAV. This means software crunched wind speed, humidity, target movement, and probably what the Russians had for breakfast before making the call. This is sniper warfare for the 2020s. The drone feeds targeting data, the AI does the trigonometry. Yeah, I like that. And the Ghost does the shooting. The bullet ripped through a window, passed through 2 Russian soldiers, and kept going, probably scaring the daylights out of the next unit down the hall. If you're imagining a sniper on a hill with a spotter and a notebook, forget it. This is combined arms kill chain for the future. ISR, machine learning, and marksmanship coming together for 1 shot, 2 body bags, and a viral headline. Lest you think this is a one-off, let's remember the previous world record for longest confirmed kill was also set by a Ukrainian, a 58-year-old SBU sniper using the, quote, Lord of the Horizon rifle, also Ukrainian-made, at 3,800 meters. So Ukraine is running out of records to break, and Russian soldiers are running out of safe places to stand. If there's a theme here, it's this. Ukraine has a sniper culture that's more competitive than an Olympic tryout, and every new shot sets a bar the rest of the world can only gawk at. Now let's add some military reality for my fellow distance enthusiasts. At 1.5 kilometers, even with a rifle like the Alligator, your bullet's impact area can be a 1-meter circle. At 4 kilometers, you're looking at a spread the size of a king-size mattress. So, was it one shot, one kill? Maybe, but more likely, as with any ultra long range shot, you bracket the target, walk it in, let the math and experience do the rest. But hey, if the end result is 2 fewer Russians in Pokrovsk, then does it matter if you needed 2 or 3 ranging shots? As they say in the infantry, if it's stupid but it works, well, it's brilliant. Switching gears, let's hear from Lecter, a Ukrainian military intelligence sniper who scored a historic 2,069-meter kill with a .338 Lapua Magnum rifle, one of the longest shots ever made with that caliber. In his words, it's all about preparation, range time, knowing your ballistics cold, and learning to tune out everything except the trigger. Lecter described 2 days of rain and artillery fire, followed by normal weather, meaning drones buzzing overhead every 15 minutes and the constant threat of return fire. His advice? Stay still, stay focused, don't flinch, and if you miss, analyze what went wrong so you don't make the same mistake again. Okay, here's my take. As an old school grunt who thought a long shot was 300 meters at the range, Ukrainian snipers are elite, period. They're using battlefield innovation, homegrown hardware, and a culture of self-improvement to rack up the kind of kills that would make Carlos Halfcock stand up and slow clap. AI-assisted fire control, real-time drone spotting, and a national program that treats snipers like neurosurgeons, not just grunts with delusions of grandeur. It's about getting to the position, avoiding counter-sniper fire, and not getting smoked by a Lancet drone the second you touch the trigger. The real stress isn't the pull. It's the setup, the exfil, and the endless, teeth-grinding hours spent not moving so much as an eyelid while the enemy drones comb the countryside. The job is so intense, it's like brain surgery with less anesthesia and more artillery. So what's the Russian response? Well, panic, confusion, and a growing sniper phobia. The Russian troops are handling the news about as well as you'd expect. Let's just say morale isn't great when you learn your enemy can punch holes from distances usually reserved for mortars. Russian mill bloggers are losing their minds, and the only thing getting more exercise than their propaganda department is the rear echelon medics. If you're an occupier, every abandoned farmhouse and every window could hide a sniper, an AI, or worse, a Ukrainian with an alligator and something to prove. What does this mean for the future of sniping? Well, the days of lone wolf marksmanship are giving way to the age of networked, digitally augmented snipers. Ukraine is setting the new global standard. They're innovating right now, under fire, and on a budget. Meanwhile, the Russian army is stuck doing what it does best, sending more guys to the meat grinder and wondering why they keep running out. So the next time someone tells you sniping is obsolete in the age of drone warfare, just point them to Pokrovsk and remind them that thanks to Ukrainian innovation and old-school infantry tenacity, nowhere is safe for the invader. Records will keep falling, Russians will keep ducking, and the alligator will keep making headlines. If you want more tech, frontline reporting, and yes, occasionally shots at Russian military incompetence, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay sharp. And as always, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Crimea is Ukraine.